What's happening, my fellow geeks and geekettes? Welcome to a brand new and very special episode of Cosplay Chris. Now, this episode marks part 1 in my Batfleck 2.0 cosplay update. So today we are going to be doing a grand unboxing of my bodysuit by Mr. Keith Howard of Arkham Workshop with a textured bodysuit by Mr. Bruce Permal. Now, as you guys know, I did a Batfleck cosplay during last year. I sold the suit, and to be honest, I miss doing it. I miss doing the character, I miss suiting up as Batfleck, because in all honesty, the Ironhead Workshop suit that was in Dawn of Justice is by far my favorite Batsuit. So I've got the box here with the bodysuit. Now I am also going to be using a variation of 2 different cows, one of which is going to be made by my good buddy Ben Ball, who you know as Bendable Effects. He does an amazing Dawn of Justice cow, which we actually molded from a 3D print. It's actually the basis for my Pirate Batman 2.0 cow, so I've commissioned Ben to make me another full cow. As well as that, I'm also going to be using this amazing Dawn of Justice cow by Mr. Jamie Arnold of Iconic Effects. This also came from a 3D print. I just fell in love with the look of the cow. It fits my head perfectly. So what we're going to be doing, of course, is unboxing the suit. I'm going to hang it up in the spray booth to show you guys some close-ups and everything. Because it is so blisteringly hot today, you can see I'm starting to get glossy on the forehead. We're going to be moving down to the air-conditioned living room where I'm going to try the suit on with the cowl. I'm also going to show you guys how the chest emblem is going to line up. I asked Keith, who puts the suits together, not to put a chest emblem on there because I have a spare one lying around, and also I want to make sure that it lines up perfectly and that the tabs on the cowls don't overhang on top of the emblems themselves. Now, I also have a pair of gauntlets from Mr. Chris Robinson of GC5FX. However, the actual blades, the fins themselves, are red because they go as part of my Red Hood cosplay now, but I'm still going to be putting them on over the bodysuit just to give you guys a general idea of how the suit will look once it's completed. As for the cape, that is coming from Cody Smith. That's the cape I used last year. I sold it as part of a package. And honestly, Cody does the best capes in my opinion. Cody has engineered these capes to be permanently folded back with that beautiful double ply coming out from under the cowl. I'm also going to be using my John Ninko boots. Now, in terms of the belt, I've started casting up my own personal urethane belt. So I actually cracked the castings out of the molds this morning. So hopefully this afternoon, when this video uploads, I'll be getting to work putting all the gold panels on, adding it to the straps. So before I unbox this bad boy, I just want to give you guys a brief history of the Batsuits themselves, the screen-used Batsuits. So of course we all know it started with Michael Keaton in the 1989 Tim Burton film Batman, and that was a game changer in terms of superhero costuming. Granted, we had Lycra spandex in terms of Superman and of course the Adam West Batman, but this was completely started from the ground up in terms of costume engineering. Keaton's suit, whether it be from the first one or Batman Returns, was essentially a neoprene undersuit. That was the basis for it. Armor pieces were then sculpted in clay, they were then cast in foam latex and attached with contact cement to the neoprene suit. Now, as beautiful as these pieces look, it is extremely hot to wear. Have you ever worn a neoprene wetsuit during summer before you jump in the water? It's not pleasant. So this method actually continued on to Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, Batman Begins, and the beginning of The Dark Knight. The only difference is the tech was improved, the foam latex was improved, so it would look a lot more seamless. Fast forward to The Dark Knight, where at the beginning we do have the Batman Begins suit for a couple of shots and a couple of scenes where they do use a neoprene undersuit and foam latex armor glued over it. But then they changed it up for a mesh undersuit with urethane armor pieces that are separate, like plates, glued on top of the mesh. This allowed Christian Bale to have a lot more free reign and a lot more movement in the suit. However, it was still hot to wear. We then get to that amazing announcement that Ben Affleck is going to be the new Batman in the quote-unquote Man of Steel sequel, which ended up being Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. The crew in charge of re-engineering the Batsuit was Ironhead Studios, headed by Mr. Jose Hernandez. Jose actually worked on Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman cowl from Batman Returns and then went on to do the Batsuits for Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. The guy is a powerhouse and a talent bag, and he has a bunch of amazing people working for him. And you gotta understand, I'm 29 now. Jose made Val Kilmer's Batsuit when he was 26 years old. That thing is a beautiful piece. I love those suits from whether it be Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, granted there is the controversy with the whole bat nipples thing, but you've got to admit, they are beautiful works of art. So when the first image of Ben Affleck came out in the Batsuit looking all brooding, I fell in love with it. This is the Batman I wanted to see on screen since ever. It was a true comic book version of Batman brought to life, the Frank Miller look, the dark brooding, big bruiser brawler look that I wanted to see. And that suit was just beautiful. I was fortunate enough to see it up close at Warner Brothers and of course when I visited Ironhead Studios. So the way they went about designing the bodysuit is they had an undersuit. I'm guessing it's 4-way stretch lycra. They then sculpted muscles on top of a scan of Ben Affleck. These were then cast in foam latex. Using contact cement, they glued these foam latex muscle pieces down to the undersuit. They then had this beautifully textured fabric made by a place called By Designs in LA. That was then sewn into a bodysuit and glued over, and then strategically glued over the muscles in certain points with pinch points just to give the illusion that it's fabric draped over a muscular structure. This allowed a lot more free reign, a lot more movement, especially when it came to the stunts, most notably that beautiful warehouse fight at the end of Dawn of Justice. Granted, it still does get sweaty in that Batsuit, but it's nowhere near as hot as a neoprene undersuit, I can tell you that. So the beauty part about this suit is it has been designed the exact same way as Ben Affleck's screen-used Batsuit. So Mr. Bruce Permal makes the beautiful textured fabric. Then we have Mr. Keith Howard of Arkham Workshop providing the undersuit, the foam muscles. You know, you've got the undersuit, the beautifully textured fabric, and in between are the foam muscles. I am so excited, guys. It just means another step forward in finally having that perfect Batfleck cosplay. I keep darting back and looking at the cows because it's just very exciting times. So without further ado, let's open this bad boy up. I'm gonna have a quick sniff of it because I know it's gonna smell amazing. We're gonna hang it up in the spray booth. I'm gonna show you guys some nice close-ups and then we're gonna move into the cool, into the living room. First sip of coffee for the day. Ooh, that was a possum. Oh. Look at that. Oh yeah. It smells like foam and contact adhesive. Oh, look at that. Oh my God. Wow. This is beautiful. Look at that. How awesome is that? Wow. So I actually love the gold zipper. So, okay, so we have the top layer zipper and then we have the zipper for the undersuit. Now, if you guys can just see there is one of the foam muscles that is glued down. That is for the traps at the back. So Keith was great. His communication was second to none. He kept me updated every step of the way. He took a lot of measurements to make sure that this wasn't going to be too overly bulky on me, because you've got to keep in mind I'm 5'9". I'm not a Ben Affleck height, I'm a Michael Keaton height. So you got to make sure you're not a walking show. That's pretty much it. This is just amazing. Okay, so where'd the coat hanger go? Okay, so what I'm going to do is pop this bad boy on a coat hanger, hang it in the spray booth, and then give you guys a nice full body shot, give you guys close-ups, and finally try it on. I'm sweating already thinking about putting this thing on. Okay, here we go. Look at it. It is absolutely beautiful. Look at that back crotch. Wow. Oh my God, guys, I am so blown away by the quality on this. I'll just give you guys a nice close-up of that textured fabric. So this is the same fabric that I have on my Red Hood torso, the one that Ben and I glued down to Chris McCauley's muscle structure. So I actually asked Keith not to put any forearms in, because at the moment I'm going to be demonstrating with my GC5 FX gauntlets, but I actually do have another pair of gauntlets on the way from John Ninko. I'm actually getting his Justice League gauntlets. I just figured it'd be cool. I really like the gauntlets from Justice League, from the first suit, not the tactical suit. I just thought they'd look pretty cool with the Dawn of Justice style suit. So it really has that Affleck look and that strongman look that the screen-used suit has. The shoulders look great. The shoulders look in proportion. So I've got this on the swivel. hook that Jason put in, which is just friggin' amazing. Let's turn around here, but like, look at the panels with the scratches. The detail is just second to none. Absolutely amazing. Also got butt panels. That's brilliant. And of course we've got the quads here. Now these muscles are so squishy because obviously it's foam, so it's just going to make for movement a lot more easier. So you can see this is where Keith has glued it down in strategic places, much like the screen used suit, and there's pinch points. So yeah, that's a kookaburra. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is crank up the air conditioning in the living room. I'm gonna put some panda eyes on, throw the suit on, throw the cowl on with my John Ninko boots and GC5 FX gauntlets, and show you guys how it looks in motion, how it looks on me. And yeah, do some movement tests and just give you guys a general idea of how this piece of art works. Honestly guys, this is a perfect fit, and I really wanted that beastly look up on the shoulders to go down to that V taper. So once the cape's on, the belt's on, it's just gonna make a whole lot more sense in terms of the aesthetic look. But this is so comfy and it's so flexible too. Alright, let's pop the cowl on. The gauntlet's got the John Ninko boots on, so far, so very good. Ooh. Okay, this cowl is a bit of a tight squeeze, but my God, it is worth it. Okay, how good is that? And it fits so flush with the suit. So I'm just gonna get the emblem now and just place it strategically to show you guys how the emblem will look. Okay, so if we have it about there, I think that's gonna be a winner. So we'll be Velcroing the tab down when the cape arrives. So I may need a bit of foam just at the back of the cowl just to push my face out the slightest bit. I love the shoulders. It makes me feel like a beast. Gauntlets fit perfectly. So guys, overall, I am absolutely thrilled with the work that Keith and Bruce have done with this bodysuit. I cannot highly recommend this thing enough. It is the perfect representation of Ben Affleck's bodysuit from Batman vs Superman. Granted, it is pretty steamy inside this thing, but we are in the middle of an Australian summer, so that is to be expected. So this is definitely gonna be my favorite winter cosplay. So it goes without saying, geeks, I'm gonna be giving this piece 5 geeks out of 5, and I will leave the contact info down below for Keith at Arkham Workshop, as well as Bruce Permal. Guys, thank you so much as always for watching. This is the first part in another series leading up to the final reveal of the Batfleck 2.0 cosplay. A massive thank you to Mr. Jamie Arnold of Iconic Effects for his beautiful looking cowl that just complements this bodysuit. Guys, wherever you are in the world, have yourselves a cracker of a day. I hope you're well, hope you're happy, be merry, be silly, and until next time, geeks, please always remember, very sweaty cosplayers do it best.